Confidence is about how you see yourself. Welcome to the Uniquely Confident Podcast.
Your positive energy and good vibrations from me to you. What it do, good people? It's RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman. And yes, this is another dope episode of the Uniquely Confident Podcast. Today, man, I'm super excited. I got one of the kings in the building today. We about to have a phenomenal conversation. He's a man that's handling his business all around this world, doing his thing in the food game. I'm telling y'all, he's killing it out there. My man Darius is in the building. But you guys know around here, I can't even talk. Before we get started, we got to talk to the big man upstairs and pay the bills around here. So with that being said, Heavenly Father, we thank you for another opportunity to be in this space. We're grateful, we're honored, and we thank you for everything that you do for us. Right now, when we actually look over us as we go across the airways, that we may be a blessing to somebody in the space, but help them in life move forward in their confidence and their character, because we understand that that's all we have as men in this space. So right now, God, we thank you in advance, and these things we do pray in the matchless name. Amen.
Amen, brother.
And so check this out. Around on this beautiful podcast, we got to pay bills. And how we pay bills is talking about the sponsors of the show. So listen, my beautiful, beautiful sponsor that creates all of my outfits and all of my gear is made by in-home by my lovely wife, our beautiful, beautiful company named Cassie's Classic Designs. If you can see signs behind me and you see the New York sign and the hat and then certain signs behind me, it's also created by Cassie's Classic Design. So if you need any kind of things printed, whether it be on clothes, material, you name it, holla at Cassie's Classic Design. She's on Instagram at Cassie's_classic_design. And if you want to get at her direct, get at her at Gmail at Cassie'sClassicDesign@gmail.com. Yo, now that's over with, and we are back to the business. Yo, Darius, what it do, my guy? How you feeling, man?
Man, good morning to your brother, man. I'm blessed, brother, to be alive. Open my eyes up again to see another day, to be able to go out here and go get it, man. So
yes,
it's a blessing, brother.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for the blessing, the opportunity to wake up this morning, like you said, because a lot of people didn't do that this morning. As quiet as it's kept. You know what I'm saying? Like there's somebody around here right now that's singing a sad song because somebody didn't wake up this morning. So we got opportunity to get it right today. So we're going to get it right and we're going to get to work. So do me a favor right quick, my brother. Let the people know who you are and where you're from and what you do, my guy.
Yeah, for you guys who do not know me, my name is Darius Spells, aka the Crawfish Animal. A lot of people may know me, by my DJ name, DJ Breeze. I'm born and raised out of Shreveport, Louisiana. Husband, father to. I own the Red Barn Cajun Crawfish and Seafood, based out of Shreveport, specializing in crawfish. And I'm also a DJ. I go by the name DJ Breeze. Before I even jumped into the restaurant game, I was a DJ. I was a road DJ for Hurricane Chris. He was a national artist. He had a song called A Baby.
Yeah.
So I was Hurricane Road DJ for a few years. Radio in Shreveport with the Three Kings, 103.7 The Beat. I did mix shows in Macon, Georgia, Lake Charles. I did my thing. So, but now, I'm a restaurant owner, seafood supplier. I'm the plug with the crawfish, man. So that's what I do, man. That's who I am. Yeah.
Yo,
I had a
man,
whole bunch of accolades, but I just keep it to the basics, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro. I'm glad you even said that because you learn something new all the time. Like I had no clue, bro, that you were a DJ. Like and especially the little Hurricane Chris. I remember that song, "Hey Baby." I was out in the street wilding when that was out. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely know that song, "Oh Boy." So to know that you was his road DJ, that's pretty dope, bro. That's interesting. I'm glad to know that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, so everybody out there, you guys heard him. He is the man when it comes to the crawfish. I haven't had the opportunity to get down to Louisiana yet, but I'm coming. And trust me when I tell you, I'm looking you up. I've been seeing how you be busting them crawfish open on your content and watching them things drip out as you just. I'm like, yo, he's doing this on purpose to everybody right now. This ain't even right, bro.
It's the drip, man. You gotta tell them about the drip, man. You gotta let them know we season the meat you eat, not the shell you throw at your feet, man.
I hope y'all understand what he's talking about because he's putting y'all on game right now. They ain't just talking just to be talking right now. And let me tell y'all something. One thing I do like is food. You hear me? I'm a eater by nature. So Trust me when I tell you, when I get opportunity, I'm on the way down to Louisiana and I'm looking at that crawfish up. So I'm gonna be on Instagram, y'all. Trust me, y'all followers, follow me when I go down there. I'm gonna let y'all know exactly what's hitting for. So
Yes, sir. That's a big bet, man. You know I got you.
yes, sir. So check this out, bro. This podcast is all about confidence and character building for men. Now I have a few questions to ask you based upon that, especially now because you told me that you was on the road with a national star at a point in time. So you as a man, where does your confidence come from? Because at this podcast, we all believe that we all unique and we all have confidence of our own, but it comes from a certain place for everyone in a different way. So for you, where does your confidence come from, bro? To be able to run the business that you run now, to be able to be a father, to also have the accolade that you have under your belt and done the things you've done. Where'd you get the confidence to do those things?
Man, the confidence is with my grandfather. It started with my grandfather. Arthur Russell. He passed now, but I was younger. My grandfather owned a construction business.
Okay.
My grandfather never graduated high school, but he started a business. And just watching him grow up, watching him as I was growing up, and just saw him not being able to really read, not really be able to write as well, but owning a business and stepped out and did something. That's where it first started my confidence building, because I was like, if he can do it, I know I can do something.
Wow.
And watching him, my uncle, because he owns a car automotive service. He
Okay.
repair cars. I build companies off of him, and just influences that I see around me, man. I'm the type that, man, I bet on myself all day, every day. And I believe in God. That's first and foremost on everything. And a lot of people, may read the Bible, talk about it, but it's a different thing to talk about and be about it. You know what I'm saying?
Talk good, King. You talking good.
Yeah, you gotta have faith in it, man. Faith is confidence to me.
There you go. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what my confidence is built off of.
Right.
The models I saw with my uncle and my grandfather were based off my faith. So, man, that's where I get my confidence from. He ain't never left me nor forsaken me. So, that's how
and let me tell you something. That's real right there, bro. Like, because I always ask the guys that I coach, right? Because sometimes, most times it goes back to our faith or what we believe in. But I always ask them, like, yo, who in your life has no losses, right? Like, who on your team that you can count on 100%? Like, you name one person that no matter what, hell nor high water, that you can depend on them. Most people gonna run and say their mama, right? Most people will say that, and that's respectable. But the truth is, there's a circumstance under which even your mother won't be in your corner, believe it or not. But there's no circumstance under the sun that the big man upstairs won't be with you, especially if you got the faith to believe it. If you believe in that man upstairs that we call the God upstairs, and you really believe him wholeheartedly, there's no way in the world that you can tell me that he won't be there. Like you said, D, like that's powerful. That right there, and that's another reason why too I start the podcast and everything that I do with a prayer, because I realize and learned that if you acknowledge him first, you know what I'm saying, give him his due. Because the truth of the matter is, if he decides to stop breathing, right, what happens to all of us? Like if he decides to take the oxygen, we out of here. We all gone. So I've learned to just give him his first fruit. Just give him everything first. All right, before I start anything, let me honor you. Because at the end of the day, without him, we ain't got nothing. So I'm glad you even brought that up, bro. Because to me, that's exactly where my confidence comes from. It's about the understanding of who he is to you and what he means to you. So now I have a question, because you're a successful business owner. You see what I'm saying? What are some of the things that your business has shown about your character? Like, what about your character inside of you, like that plays a major part inside of your business?
Patience. Just having the the willpower, you know what I'm saying, and the discipline to stay in it. Because what I started in the seafood industry 5 years ago. Had no experience in the restaurant industry. Remember, I just told you I was a DJ. I come from
Right.
DJing, so I jumped into the crawfish industry because at the particular time I was dating my wife. We were going to the particular spot. It wasn't minority owned.
Right. Right.
And basically we had like bad service, bro. And I was like, man, we sitting there spending all the money doing all this, and we don't own none of this. So I was like, bro, I better start selling seafood. So my OG, Tony G, put me in line with somebody he knew that was dealing with crawfish, and the rest was history.
So let me ask you a question. So you said patience, discipline. Yo, those are two of the characteristics that make a wise man. You understand what I'm saying? like, and this is like I wanted to really dive into that because like that's not something that you just give, like you just automatically have, right? Like
Yeah.
that takes time. And to understand, first of all, discipline. That's not something you just pick up. That's an attribute that it takes time and work to work at. So where did your discipline come from? Like where did, like, cause me, to be honest, like, bro, I've never been one until recently to even be disciplined. I used to fly life like the seat of my pants. So where did you get your discipline from to say, you know, I'm gonna stick down and be patient with this and grow this thing?
Man, I got my discipline just from, man, honestly, just being around other people, seeing people who were successful. Like during my time I was really DJing real heavy. At this particular time I was running with my big homie guy named Hollywood Baby. It's actually the song A Baby is actually about him. It's
Okay.
crazy. And he a big time DJ. He from Shreveport, but he based in Dallas. He on K104, one of the top DJs in the country. But basically what happened, I was around him. He pretty successful too. And I used to literally drive from Shreveport to Dallas about 3 hours. For like 93 months strong. I rode with him every day. I used to drive him from Shreveport back to Dallas, Dallas to Shreveport 3 times a week. And I saw the discipline in. Like, you gotta be disciplined, especially when you don't have a steady paycheck. You gotta be disciplined something, because if you're not on it, if you're not in it all the way, how you gonna eat? How you gonna get some money? You gotta be disciplined in your craft. And like, and where I'm from in Louisiana, man, we last in education. we last in everything. So it's rough. So you gotta stay on it. Whatever your hustle is, whatever you trying to do, you gotta be steadfast and be disciplined. Because people who I've seen that wasn't disciplined always fell off. And when they weren't disciplined, they weren't consistent. They always fell off. Be rolling for a minute, but once you see a lot of it, you learn. Like, you learn from either your experience or somebody else's experience.
Right.
A lot of people see other people, see them make a mistake, or see where they slipping at, and go do the same thing.
Exactly. Yes,
you ain't
sir.
learn from that. You gotta. So a lot of that I got from learning from other people. Because where I'm from, like, it's poverty stricken, like probably a lot of other places.
Right.
But it's still light in the tunnel. But you have to pay. God always gives signs. You gotta have signs. You gotta see. You gotta pick up on them.
Absolutely.
If you pick up on them, if you pick up on them, you pick up. If you don't, you don't. But that's how I started being disciplined. You know what I'm saying? And just, I was just around a lot of good stuff, good people. I was blessed. And that's how I kind of picked up on it. And I still had to improve on it to this day. Like, even right now, I still work on being disciplined every day. Like, I go to the gym every day. First, to stay fit, but second, to be disciplined and be consistent. Because if I can't be consistent in somehow, how I expect to make a lot of money or be successful in my particular field, if I can't be successful in fueling my temple, because we only have one body.
That's it.
We don't get another body. So if I can't be disciplined with myself, how can I ask for other stuff and I'm not,
Absolutely.
I'm not locked in. So that's kind of where my discipline come from. Outside influences, people who I've seen be successful, because success leaves clues. I learned that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Every
sir.
successful person, everybody has some of the same common denominators. The field might be different, but the basic principles are the same.
All the same. Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, so that's kind of where I get my discipline from, brother.
Hey, man, and like, yo, it's really powerful you said that, and it's important that people hear that, because everybody talks about the fruits of the discipline, right? We always talk about what comes, like the admiration of people, the physical, tangible, the money. We always talk about those things, and we always show those things, but we never talk about how we got those, which is the discipline to stick to it every single day, and then start off by doing it to your body first and foremost. That right there, I tell everybody, like, a lot of men believe that you build your confidence by going to the gym and a gym alone, which is not the case, because the gym is just literally, like you said, for the body, but it's more so the discipline of doing something every day and staying consistent. So that if you put the work in every single day on your physical body and you do it consistently, there's nothing your brain won't think it can handle. You won't shy away from the tests and trials of your day as easy as you would had you not put the work in on your body, because that builds memory and also builds character. And that's what you say when it builds discipline. It's like, yo, you know what? It takes real discipline, because a lot of times, how many times you don't want to go to the gym throughout the week?
Every day. I'm gonna be all the way 1,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
But
I
nobody
go
want
5
to.
a.m. session. Man, every time that alarm go off, I'm like, I'm just being real.
I'm glad you tell the truth, because, bro, for real, we gotta really show this, and we gotta tell the truth, because I watch so many people across the internet, bro. They talk about this lifestyle and this glitz and the glamour, and it's like, yo, you're not being real about how you got there, and even how you're staying there. You ain't showing us the 5 a.m. grind. You ain't showing us that you don't want to get up and do the things you got to do. And the fact that you're saying that right now, bro, is exactly what I want to display on this platform, is that, like, yo, it's the realness right here. Because if you don't get up and do the work behind the scenes, nothing of which you do in the light is going to shine. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't take your time to put your work in on your body, you'll slack somewhere on your business. You won't be disciplined somewhere else, because the truth of the matter is, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you pointed that out, because to be honest, bro, I didn't want to get up this morning and do the workout and do the 2 coaching sessions that I had before this podcast. I didn't want to do it. Like, my wife would tell you, I grumbled out of the bed this morning. But at the end of the day, we got to get it done. And,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's not we have to get it done, we get to get it done. And that's the thought process I have now. You know what I mean? Like, yo, do you know, like, we're sitting in positions of life where people are dying to get to? And that's right there. I'm like, yo, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. But let me ask you a question, D. In the last few months, what was one of the worst times you was dealing with? Like, when was one of the worst situations you was dealing with? Not going into detail, but just basically, how did you feel in that situation?
In the last few months.
Yeah.
Oh, I got some. I mean, we're gonna keep it real. Man, I have a 1-year-old now.
Mm-hmm.
She a pandemic baby. My youngest. She was born March 2020. But before she was born, that what it is, like 19. This is probably one of the toughest time me and my wife went through. Like, man, life had just hit us. You know what I'm saying? We just went through. This is why the business going and everything. Everybody even know that, but bro, this particular time my wife was pregnant, bro. Like, we literally for like a month and a half, bro. About a month and a half, damn near 2 months, almost 2 months, because we was literally eating like ramen noodles, bro. Like,
yes, sir.
That was a tough period. Like, I'm talking about, man, everything could go wrong, went wrong.
Yes, sir.
Everything, like,
yes, sir.
Business was slow at this particular time. She was prego, money was tight, but man, you know
That
what I'm saying?
pressure.
That was a tough time. But we made it through it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And maybe we eating ramen noodles and all that, but we kept a roof over our head.
You was eating.
Car notes was still being paid.
Mm-hmm.
All that. So that probably like one of the toughest, bro. Like, cause that was a tough period. Like, as a man.
Yes, and I'm
like,
glad you said that.
You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? You like, bro.
all that pressure on your back.
Cause I mean, we're men. Like, end of
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
it's on you.
Yes,
You feel
sir.
me?
Yes,
So
sir.
you gotta figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And we figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So that particular time probably one of the toughest times. If I had to say something like in the last 90 days, probably staffing. Staffing with my business. Staffing. Like, because I just moved into my new location August of this year.
Right,
I've been to 3 total. My first building was 800 square foot. I was there for 2 years. Second building was 1,000 square foot. I was there for another 2 years. But God gave me the vision. I saw this particular place that I'm in now. 2,500 square foot down inside patio with the drive-through.
Oh, nice. With the drive-through.
And I jumped out there. I just went with it. Had to do some work, but I just jumped out there. It is what it is. I'm out here.
Head first.
Yeah, I'm head first. So
I love it.
Staffing, because at this time, like while I was in the transition, I really wanted making a lot of money.
Right.
So I ain't have no loans. I ain't having none of that. So I just had to, it was just hard with staff because I really couldn't afford really to pay a lot because I'm still paying for construction.
Exactly.
I'm paying for that. I gotta pay for supplies. I gotta pay for everything that's in there. I gotta pay for it. But when there's a will, there's a way. God looked out for me. I'm finding people right now, finding new people. I just hired a new manager on. So it's rolling, you know. Because my agenda is the not be in the business. And I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So
hey man,
that's probably like the toughest battles that I had to face so far.
And I just had like this. I guess is a reminder because all through our life we have things that come into our lives, hit us upside our head, and make us forget sometimes what we know. But I just had a post I put up that it reminded me, like, no matter what it is, good, bad, or indifferent, this too shall pass. And it's like when I heard you when you was talking about how times were rough with you and your wife and you was eating ramen, like it took me back to the time where it was like me and my wife was literally stealing from Walmart, bro. Like in order to feed my son the formula he needed, I didn't have $30 a wop at the time. I had to go and literally put my life on the line to go get it. Like I'm not even like at this stage of life, I'm not even afraid to admit it. Like I was literally in Walmart putting my freedom on the line to get my son some formula. And at the end of the day, it was the times where we was eating peanut butter and jelly at night, just so to make sure that we had something in our bellies to go forth and do it again the next day. So when you talk about them tough times, bro, that's what builds a character that was just going to sustain us through the next storm. Because like you said, the next storm you just finished dealing with was figuring out staffing. Now, yes, everything is home with home as well. Everything is going with the wife and the kids. Now there's issues in the business, but also too, those will pass. But in order to get those things to pass and learn from them, though, we got to understand that everything that we go through, it builds character. When you said in the situation when everything that can go wrong went wrong, you still stood as a man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't cower away, you didn't run away, you didn't say, you know what, I quit. I'm not doing this no more. Because the truth of the matter is that is an option. We've seen it. We've seen it firsthand. A lot of us is the outcome of it. So it's there as an option, but at the end of the day, real men are gonna stand and figure it out. So I'm super excited that you even said that, bro, and exposed that and was very transparent about that. So I appreciate that, man, because one thing I want to do on this platform is to show the real and be examples of the real. Because at the end of the day, you're a successful man right now in the seafood business, but you understood it took you work to get towards there, and it takes you daily work, right? Like there's no glitz and glamour other than the content we put out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's about that. That's about the gist of the glitz and glamour that you even think that's a part of this. But there's work to be done, and I'm so glad that you're transparent about the work that it takes, bro, because that's what people need to understand when they come out here and bet on themselves. because you said that earlier. You don't have no problem with betting on yourself. And so do me a favor for the people at home. Tell them what that really means for a second. What does that mean to bet on yourself, bro?
Man, betting on yourself meaning like you're gonna put it all on the line. Like either you're gonna sink or swim. I mean, at the end of the day, because a lot of people make excuses on, man, I shouldn't do this. Like, man, if you don't want to bet on yourself, then I don't know what you're doing. Like you
right.
You gotta have that type of but it, like I said, entrepreneurship not for everybody. So
True.
I can understand
True.
why people will be like, you know what, nah, I'm straight. And I can, as long as you're real with yourself and understand that, then you know how to move and operate. But if you try to do what we do, you gotta bet on yourself. It's the only way.
Yeah.
The only way. Because
only way.
You can't, at the end of the day, I got this saying. You need three things to be successful.
All right, talk to me.
You need God first.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have good people around you.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to have goals.
Ooh.
You know what
facts.
I'm saying? The three
That's
G's.
a fact.
And the good people not gonna help you if you ain't helping yourself.
Facts.
You can pray all day, but if you're not putting the work in,
right,
you won't be blessed. It's said all day. I ain't even making this up.
No, you're absolutely right. And that's the best part about this.
We ain't making it up. Like, just think about
right.
You know what I'm saying? Me and you met in the morning meetup or
right.
sleepless night when I first joined Dave's particular group.
Right.
Dave ain't gonna help you if you ain't helping yourself.
Facts. Major fact. If you ain't doing no work,
you're not helping yourself.
True.
People are helping you if they see you run. Right. They see you run on your path. You locked in. Who you start lagging? Somebody might be like, ooh, let me throw my boy alley hoop.
Yeah.
That's how you get your alley hoop. You get your alley hoops while you're working.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's a fact. Now, and I'm glad you said that. Like, there's so much in doing the work. Like, see, and that's the one thing I think it's a lot of us that grew up in the church missed it when they said the faith without works is dead part. Like, we all caught the faith part. We all believe in God. We all believe that He's gonna do it. But there's so much stuff that He's not going to physically do for you. Like, there is so much that He's not going to do because He's designed it and giving you the power to do it. And if you don't go out there and get it, like, I don't know, like you said, I don't know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, I believe that every man is designed the same way. We were all created to be creating something. Now, like you said, D, everybody is not meant for entrepreneurship. That's true. And I'm glad you said that because I don't want to feel like just because you're not an entrepreneur, you're not a man. No, that's not the case. If you're a man that finds solace and peace at going to work to build someone else's dream, I salute you. And what I also say is, at the end of the day, after you're finished doing that, take some time to put something together for yourself on the side. Don't even think about making any income. Just create something. Because the truth is, every man has two hands, and we are designed to build. Whether it be something digitally, whether it be something physically, whether it be something mentally, we are all designed to build something. And I believe that if we don't do that, that's when we have so many drawbacks. That's when we have so many more issues developing character, dealing with our own confidence, our self-esteem, is because we're not doing what we're designed to do. So
there's nothing wrong with being Scottie Pippen, man.
No.
Scottie Pippen got 6 rings too. Scottie Pippen to the Hall of Fame too.
And guess what? He ain't take none of the blame. Think about that. When they went down, we ain't say, "Oh, it's Scotty's fault." You never heard that. You never hear somebody say, "Well, oh, they didn't lose. The Bulls lost, and it was Mike. It was Scotty's fault." No, the blame was on Mike. So if you think about it, Scotty had the best ride in the world.
Nothing wrong with being, it's nothing wrong with that. You can be solid and be set off and being the number 2. But just for the people out there who be trying to make people feel some type of way about that.
And let me tell you something, bro. Like, and I'm like, for those people, right, that like to make people feel less than, those people that like to put people down or make them feel less. The truth of the matter is, and I've learned this because growing up, I've plucked a few bullies because I like that. I like picking on bullies, right? So I've learned that if you pluck at them, they're just as soft as babies, number one. Number two, and if you really address the people that are trying to put someone down, they're doing it to pull you where they are. Right?
Yeah.
Let's think about this. If someone is trying to pull you down, that already tells you they're below. They know it, and they're trying to bring you to where they are. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's what do they call it? Futile. Like, it's pointless to even address the people that are trying to slow you down.
Hold on right there, man.
No
What
doubt,
you
no
need,
doubt.
Queen? Okay, he got cub. Yeah, I'm good. Hey, it's live and direct, man.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you, this is what I love, bro. Like with this is in game, in lifetime. This ain't no previously recorded stuff. This is real live. I don't edit nothing out, bro. This is how it goes down. So trust, believe that they understand that you said it earlier. You a father, you a husband. This is real life for you. So I appreciate it, man. And I know that the time is winding up. So we about to get up out of here. But before we go, man, my last question for you is this: as a husband, as a father, how much of your confidence is important to your family? Like how important is it for them to realize, understand that you are confident in yourself? How important is it to them?
Man, it's all the way important because when I first jumped out here, and another transparent moment, yeah, I love your podcast, brother. Man, look, when I first said I was gonna jump into selling crawfish, people thought I was crazy. I'm talking about people thought I was crazy. You finna do what?
From DJ and the crawfish, what you doing, boy?
Yeah, and then at this particular time, and here, Louisiana, nobody black was doing it. I was the only black person. And people were like, boy, you selling what? Because when I first started, I was selling crawfish out of a U-Haul truck, slinging live crawfish in AutoZone and advanced auto parts parking lots on the weekend. That's what I was doing. That's how I first started. And people didn't understand it. They were like, what you doing? I'm like, man, I see it. I'm locked in. At first, everybody ain't see it.
Right.
But I had the confidence. I had to show people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm for real. And that's little bit of work. 5 years later, now look at everybody.
Eating the crawfish.
Anything I say or do something, we rolling. They gonna go. One thing about it, we gonna stand on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
If you gonna lead, you got to be able to stand on it, good or bad. You got to be able to roll with it. And another gem for my brothers out there. You got to make a woman feel safe, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't stand.
That's the jewel right there.
You know what I'm saying? You got to. You want to be. You the man of the household.
Right.
You gotta. If you don't believe in it, and your people can't see that in you, they ain't gonna roll with it.
Right.
But if they see it, they gonna roll with it, and you ain't gonna have no problems. Not like that.
Right. Especially when you got your queen with you. Let me tell you, boy, that right there is a confidence builder, and it helps so much when you got a teammate, when you got somebody that's solid, and like you said, when you make them feel safe, they'll create an environment for you to thrive in. And they all there to help you provide to go forward. Yo, bro, that's a jewel. We want to get up out of here on that one, man. So check this out. To everybody up out there, this man right here is the Crawfish King. If you ever down in Louisiana, please look this man up. Yo, D, tell him where you at one more time, bro.
I'm based out of Shreveport, Louisiana. The crawfish company is called Red Barn Cajun Crawfish and Seafood. The first location here is in Shreveport, Louisiana. But I'm going on the record right here. I'm telling you, we're going to franchise out. Shreveport, Dallas, Atlanta, Baltimore, Las Vegas. We coming.
Ooh.
Remember we said this on this podcast. So
yes, and let me tell you, that's the mark.
We gonna come close to you. So come see us in the A when we there, in Dallas when we out there, in the DFW Baltimore when we out there, Vegas when we out there, man.
Yo, listen,
and you can follow us on Instagram, Red Barn Cajun Crawfish, Facebook, the website redbarncajandcrawfish.com. You can follow me on Instagram at Darius Spells _ I ain't hard to find. I ain't never met a camera that I ain't never liked. You know, we talk about what we live, and we live what we talk. You know, no fluff, no cap, all real and authentic, man. It's the only way to be.
Yo, listen, man, and you heard it here first. And I love that because, like, that's what I do around here. We have timestamps. You heard this man say on this platform, look for the franchise. And I'm telling you, as a brother, as a king, I'm looking forward to it, my brother. So do me a favor, and everybody out there, go follow this man. Go check him out. Go see what's going on with him. And support this movement, bro. Support this black man as he goes forward and providing this crawfish to the world, because it's a mission he has, and he's not gonna stop. And as a people, we gotta get behind our people with missions to moving forward. So, bro, as always, you got my full support. When I can pull up, I will pull up, and definitely gonna bust it down and put it on the gram. So, with that being said, everybody out there, thank you for joining. Thank you for checking in with us. Do me a favor, like, comment, and share this content. Let it get out there so all the kings and the men out there who need this content, who need to hear this, can hear this. I understand that we all have a job to do, so help somebody else and move forward in their lives, and it benefits you in the best way possible. So, guys, this is RJD, the Imperfect Gentleman, and you guys know confidence is all about how you see yourself. But until the next time I see you, be good to yourself and the ones around you. And if you can't be good to the ones around you, that's okay. Just get those folk from around you. Yo, this is RJ, and we up out of here, y'all. Peace.